I'm loving a pumpkin candle right now. Every year, obviously, like around this time, like I love a pumpkin candle, but especially right now, I'm loving a pumpkin candle. So I'm currently burning this one that I literally would burn every single year last year. And it's called, wait, hold on. Wait, what? I'm currently burning this one that I burnt like every single day last year, and it's pumpkin brulee. It's from Target. And then I recently got a new one. This one's called Pumpkin Spice Cupcakes. And if you couldn't tell, I literally got this maybe a week and a half ago. Look how much is burnt. It's literally like basically no more wax is left. Even like this. This was a year ago and I still have a lot. Well, that's because that's like that, and I still have a lot, right? But this was like a week and a half and I have barely any. I also have this one. This one is Pumpkin Pie Tart a la I don't know what that last word is, but I also love this one too. I would burn it all the time last year. Also, if you couldn't tell by this, oh my God, it smells so good. Oh, wait, hold on. It smells even better right now. It smells like that. It almost smells like how eggnog tastes, but like fall version. I also have Magic Potion, which this one is pumpkin, cinnamon, and amber. Also smells so good. I also have this one, Pumpkin Spice, that I would also burn last year, that I talked about in my last Wednesday video. I also have this Pumpkin Spice Latte candle from Bath & Body Works too. Guys, which smells so, oh my God, that smells so good. Okay, so let's pick a candle to burn tonight. I want to pick 2 candles to burn for this video. Because usually I don't like burning more than 1 candle, but I've heard a few people doing it, like burning more than 1 candle, so I kind of want to create a scent that smells strong, because I feel like some of these candles, they do smell strong, but I want like a stronger scent. So this one's out. This one I can't, there's no wicks to burn at that point. Maybe, oh, I just broke that one off. There was a little piece that I could burn there, but no. So this one, the Pumpkin Pie Tart la Spanish or French word that I can't pronounce. This one is so good. I fear it's going to go in the maybe pile. This Pumpkin Spice Latte scent from Bath & Body Works is going in the definitely. This Magic Potion Pumpkin Cinnamon Amber I'm not feeling the vibe of this right now. So I think I'm going to put it in the no pile. The Pumpkin Brulee, it doesn't smell that strongly. So I mean, it would go good if I burnt it with 2 different things. But when you do burn it, it does kind of get stronger. I'm going to put it in the maybe pile. Then we have the one that I've been burning every night, the Pumpkin Cupcake or whatever one. Is going in the definitely. I fear I'm moving this to the definitely. So I have 3 candles to pick from, okay? Pumpkin Spice Latte. I have to pick 2. Pumpkin Spice Latte. Pumpkin Spice Cupcakes. Or Pumpkin Pie. I think I'm going to go with Pumpkin Spice Latte and Pumpkin Pie. Because I've been burning this every night, and also I feel like Pumpkin Spice Latte and Pumpkin Pie kind of goes together. Because they're like 2 fall treats that you can kind of like eat and drink during fall time. So light a fall candle with me. Light a pumpkin candle with me.
What are we doing?
Okay, we got the candles burning. I'm going to put this one here. I had a dream the other night that I had a fairy infestation. Now, if you haven't watched one of my episodes, I don't know what number episode it is, but I think it's like titled Paracornitis, Fairies, and Rocos Basilisk. And I talked about fairies and how they can be vengeful, blood-seeking, demonic, mischievous, and everything like that. I talked about that. So I've been wanting to watch horror movies, which I've been talking about this forever. And like, I fear my TikTok and YouTube's going to be up for all of October. It's literally going to be me talking about a horror movie that I just watched. So basically, I watched The Watchers. Now, if you don't know, The Watchers is a movie that came out this year, starring Dakota Fanning, I think. Let me see if I can give you a quick summary of The Watchers. It says, a 28-year-old artist gets stranded in an expensive, untouched forest in West Ireland. Finding shelter, she unknowingly becomes trapped alongside 3 strangers who are stalked by mysterious creatures every night. So she stumbles in. I think she had to go, like, she works for like a zoo or something like that. So her boss had her take a bird in a cage to the forest to like drop it off with someone, but she gets lost and her car breaks down in the middle of the forest. She stumbles out, she walks out, tries to find help, and then everything just changes around her. She can't find her car, she's lost. So she gets caught in an untouched forest, okay? Now it becomes nighttime, so all the crows fly by, which means the watchers are coming out. She notices an old lady. So the old lady starts running away from her and she starts following her. And they get to like a box house looking thing in the forest, right? That has like a big window, and basically the whole front is a window, but you can only see in, but you can't see out. It's like a mirror, okay? And so the old lady was like, if you value your life, you would come in here. So she invites Mina, that's her name, / Dakota Fanning, into the box shelter thing. So then basically what they have to do when you get lost in there, Dakota Fanning and 3 others, it was Mina, which was Dakota Fanning. Then we had Madeline, Daniel, and Kira. I think Kira's been there for 5 months. Daniel's been there for 8 months in the forest, lost in there. And Madeline has been there forever. Or not forever, but like for a while, maybe like probably I would have to say a year-ish. She's been there the longest because she was like Norse mythology, whatever. So they all have to stand every single night. If you're outside of that shelter, you're going to get killed. So they all have to stand in front of the mirror every single night so the watchers can just simply watch them from inside the shelter. You know, if you're outside that shelter, you're getting killed after nighttime because the watchers don't come out after. The watchers don't come out in the daytime, they only come out in the nighttime, so you have to literally stand there and they watch you all night. There's some rules, okay, that you must follow, which of course Dakota Fanning breaks the rules. It's this whole thing. The watchers get mad, and basically right before the watchers break into the glass, because like this whole thing happened where the watchers got all mad at Dakota Fanning for, you know, breaking the rules, and they were trying to break in. The watchers were trying to break into their shelter. So then the humans notice that there's a secret underground bunker that they go into at the last very second before the watchers break into their thing. They get all these old video footages of the professor or whatever that died before them, basically telling his life story on how he got there and why he's trapped there and how to get out of there. So they're like, we can finally get out. So Madeline, Daniel, Kira, and Mina all leave the next day. And obviously they have to do it during daylight hours because the watchers will come out. They're walking through the forest. It's getting later and later. They're just about to reach, in the videos, they said how to get out of there. I'm all over the place. In the videos, he said how to get out of that place is you have to travel all the way to a lake and you'll see a boat and the boat will get you out, okay? They spend all day traveling through the forest, okay? They finally get to the boat right when it's becoming nighttime and the watchers wake up, which the watchers can't leave the forest. So once they get on the boat, out on the lake, they're safe. But the watchers are shapeshifters. Do you know why they watch you? Because they're studying you. They want to become you. So as they watch you every night, as you stand in front of that mirror, they're becoming you. They're like, oh, you have 5 fingers like this? Let me do that. Oh, your eyes look like this. Oh, your eyebrows look like they become you. Now, which means they can shapeshift into other things. Now, Kira's husband was also with Kira, but Kira's husband wasn't in the movie, but he got lost before. We don't know anything about Kira's husband, right? As they were all leaving, Mina, Kira, and Madeline get to the boat, and Daniel sees Kira's husband over there asking for help. So Daniel goes over and helps them. And as they're all getting on the boat, Kira was like, no, that's not him. That's not him. Daniel doesn't listen. And then, of course, it was a watcher. So the watcher takes him and kills him and becomes him. As Madeline, Kira, and Mina sail across the sea or the lake or whatever, they finally get out. They get help and whatever. Not to mention, and also, when they were watching the videos about the professor telling them how to get out of there and his life story, he was a professor, obviously, so he was talking about his office. So once they get back into civilization, Mina's curious. She goes to his office, asks about him, and does all these different things about him. When she did some research, she found something suspicious, so she went to Kira's house. Kira answers the door, and she's like, what's up? Basically, she's like, remember that professor we were watching that literally taught us how to get out of here? His wife was Madeline, but she died back in 2000 whatever. And then she was like, what? How is that even possible? And she was like, she has an obituary right here. She died like a while ago. And all of a sudden, she was like, oh yeah, no, the watchers can turn into anyone you like. So she was like, I think the professor, when his wife died, he went out to that forest seeking a watcher to turn into his wife, thinking that will bring her back, okay? But then all of a sudden, and I don't know, for some reason, Kira's house is literally literally windows everywhere, not one blind on it. It's literally basically a glass house, which was ironic for that house, especially for that trauma she went through for that 5 months. Like, wouldn't she put a blind on? Anyway, they see someone pulling in the driveway, and Mina's like, who is that? Kira steps out of the car, but she thought she was just talking to Kira. It was Mina the whole time. Turns out Mina is a fae folk or watcher, but a halfling. Remember the changelings we were talking about in the fairy episode? She's a changeling. They go by many different names. Fairy, fae folk, halfling, or the halflings are half human. I meant changeling. The watchers, like anything like that. Fairies aren't these little cute little things that like grant you wishes. They're more than that. They're bigger than that. They're not these little teeny tiny things. There's big, huge things standing as tall as the trees and stuff like that. Long story short, Madeline tries to kill Mina, but Mina's like, no, you're a halfling. And she was basically like explaining this to you. And Mina was like, what are you doing? So she throws her down. Mina becomes a version of herself, but a halfling version. So she sprouts wings and she's a half human, half changeling, half human, half watcher, or half human, half changeling. The whole thing. And she flies away and she's like, I hope you're right about this, Mina, which she was. And Mina's curiosity saved her life. Loved that movie so much. I will watch it again. I kind of found a new favorite movie genre, okay? I never really been into movies before, except for like recently. Like, I remember not this summer, but last summer, 2023 summer, I started getting into movies like sci-fi and, you know, sci-fi horror movies and everything like that. But I just like stopped after a while. So I'm really into movies right now, and I found a new favorite movie genre, which is fantasy horror, or like sci-fi fantasy horror, or some like whatever it's called, because I don't like a horror movie that is like, you know, kidnapping, killing, like stuff that is just like disgusting, like stuff like that I really can't do. But I can do demonic, weird possession, which also still scares me and has me on edge, but I still love a horror movie, right? So I feel like horror fantasy is like my favorite type of horror movie genre now. So I need to start getting into horror fantasy movies. I was looking up different horror fantasy movies. I'm definitely going to watch a few. If you have any recommendations, comment down below what a horror fantasy movie I should watch. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go watch The Shining. I'll come with an update for you guys on Sunday and stuff. And yeah, follow me on Instagram at Sam Karima. Follow me on TikTok at Skinny Donut 1. Do yourself a favor and fall in love with fall this holiday season, or this season, or whatever. Light a candle. Watch a horror movie, you know? And just, you know, feel the vibe. Check out my last Wednesday video talking about how to get into the fall vibe. And make a cookie. Bake a baked treat. And yeah.